En busca del momento. En busca del momento. Wow.
First of all, good morning, buenos días. It is beyond, I am beyond proud to be here today. I started as communications director for the mayor of Miami January 7th, and at the top of my list, I think Liza can vouch for me, was how can the city of Miami, especially the mayor's office, get even more involved in all this, in the LGBT community. The mayor didn't hesitate, didn't think about it twice. He had it in his State of the City. He had a resolution to be more inclusive. I am proud to be a member of this community. A mucha honra. And I'm going to be very brief, and I just want to thank, first of all, Tony. It's so awesome to be doing this with you guys. What you want me to tell you that you don't already know, it's an honor, it's a privilege. On this side, Jose, thank you very much, and obviously and Scott as well. So thank you very much. Over 100 performances, the fact that all these wonderful promoters are working together for one event, Marlene Maceda back there, Liza and other performance, and the fact that this sends a very strong message to especially the younger generation, because como se dice en español, recibimos bastante palo la antigua generación, for the younger generation to be able to be, I guess, to have less of a stress, not to be ashamed of who they are. So thank you, all of you, and the city of Miami is behind you, at least the mayor's office is behind you, as I like to say, 200%. So thank you, looking forward to this event.
Beyond proud, I should have looked up in the thesaurus a word that means more than proud, because that's the word I'd use to describe my feelings about what our team has accomplished here. Swarm, as a company, we produce over 100 events in South Florida a year. And the name Swarm really has a meaning. It's not just a catchy name. We love bringing people together, and that's a swarm, and that's a swarm of people. And when you have the opportunity to be involved in an event like Wynwood Pride, that not only brings together a lot of people, but a diverse group of people in probably one of the most diverse areas of the country, an area like Wynwood. Obviously, the answer is not yes, but hell yes. Like, yes, we want in. But again, we do 100 events a year, and there's a lot of work that goes behind it. And I just want to be clear. We're very proud of everything that Swarm is doing, but we are the construction workers of this event. We're pulling the pieces together. The architects, the designers, the visionaries behind the event are really Jose, Anna, and Scott. And really, without them leading this charge and having the vision, we would have nothing to build next weekend and throughout this whole month. So I definitely want to thank those three for having the vision and drive, so that we have something to actually do, and we're experts at doing that, and we're going to do a great job. But really, guys, you should be more than proud. I think this is something that is I don't know what you guys have left in your lives, but life work, like this is that moment. So I want to thank them, and we're there to support you and to make your visions come true. Thanks.
Thank you. For me too, thank you so much to the mayor of Miami and the city of Miami, Liza Creativas, and so much support. And obviously Tony, Javi, Victor, the whole Swarm team, that without their support and their belief in us, we could never have done, could even create Wynwood Pride. So I have a little prepared comedy show. No, I'm just kidding. And also, of course, I want to thank Scott Bernardes and Jose Atencio, the best team, go-team. The way we just work together in this collaborative process is probably one of the most beautiful in my life. So thank you guys. So on June 28, 1969, the Stonewall riots began. On June 26, 1969, I began. So we're both turning 50 this year. Insert joke. Okay, so I want to express how proud I am to be the executive director and one of the co-founders with Scott Bernardis and Jose Atencio of Wynwood Pride. It's the culmination of my 25 years of activism, as well as a chance to contribute to my hometown of Miami, alongside of my brother, my family, and my community. For many people, oh my goodness, sorry, and I'm in film. For many people, the Stonewall riots marks the beginning of the gay rights movement, but it really was just a turning point. A turning point where already out and marginalized people decided to stop hiding, to stop being persecuted, not only by the police and the laws of the time, but by the mentalities that said that we were less than, that we were unworthy and had to be ashamed of who we are. Then and still today, it's the message of shame that separates children, teens, people young and old from our families, our friends, and our society. And it is this notion of shame that we have transformed our mission and our message into one of pride. From its inception, Wynwood Pride, oh my God, sorry. Okay. From its inception, Wynwood Pride was conceived to reflect a new generation of activism, one that celebrates our rich LGBTQ culture, our art, our artists, our allies, as well as our activists and nonprofits that work year-round to inform, educate, and support our community. Wynwood Pride's mission is to be intersectional, uniting not only the L's, the G's, the B's, the T's, and the Q's, but also the diverse community that makes Miami one of the most richly diverse cities in America and in the world. Wynwood Pride is a free 3-day event where everyone is welcome. Our musical programming not only reflects the best of the LGBTQ music scene with international headliners like Pablo Vittar from Brazil, Poppy, and Miami's own Citizen Jane, but also includes the world-renowned queens of reggaeton and salsa, Ivy Queen and Albita, both longtime supporters of equality and unifying forces of the Latino community. Wynwood Pride is equally focused on nonprofit activism, is as important as our musical and art programming, and we've created a community outreach village at the festival, providing visibility for 15 local and national nonprofits. In addition, this year and every year, Wynwood Pride will choose 3 themes affecting our community and partner with prominent nonprofits to raise funds and awareness for their work. This year, our themes and partners are for youth, represented by Pride Lines, South Florida Pride Lines. Their mission is to support, educate, and empower South Florida's LGBTQ youth and community in safe and diverse spaces to promote dialogue, wellness, and to foster social change. They'll have a whole tent dedicated for the 3 days at the festival. Representing health is Miami Survivors Pathway, represented here by CEO Francesco Dubelli, who I love. Their mission is to promote equality, inclusive, and social action through culturally sensitive psychological counseling and advocacy services to individuals and families from the LGBT and the Latino community, for survivors of domestic, sexual, intimate partner violence, human trafficking, and other types of victimizations. And this is a very little served need that our community, Latino communities, and our communities have. So we're so grateful for Survivors Pathway. Finally, for justice, they're represented by Australia Lesbian Foundation for Justice. They are an international nonprofit based in America, in New York. Their mission is to fuel local and global movements that shift power to the LGBTQ people and organizations pursuing social justice and human rights. At our festival, you'll also find HIV testing, counseling information, wardrobe donations, family space, safe space, vendor village, a food bazaar sponsored by Millie's Empanadas, and more. Download our free Wynwood Pride app at the Apple Store and Google Play. It has everything and everyone participating at Wynwood Pride. June is National Pride Month, and we are proud to add Miami to its national and international visibility. Thank you.